All right, whoa, what's happening, siblings? It's Shit Talking Sunday with the bros. I'm your bro franchise. I got my brother Gutter with me as always. Now, look, thank you for joining us today. If you like the content today, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Help the channel grow. So today we got a few topics. We're gonna touch on Artemis 2, the baby versus the fan, and could Kanye beat Jay-Z in a versus for real? But we gonna start it off with Handshake Gate. Um Dawn Staley and Geno Auriemma. So to break it down, basically Dawn Staley and the South Carolina Gamecocks, they beat the Connecticut Huskies and Geno Friday night in the Final Four. And Geno was tight. Geno was tight at halftime. He cussing, talking about what Don be telling the officials. And then, after the game, it's a second left. Don go to shake his hand. That boy, he like, yeah, you ain't shake my hand earlier. Now, two things could be true. Don, they did shake hands at like 7:02, but apparently after they announced the lineups, it's customary for both coaches to go back and shake hands, right? Gino went over there looking. Don in the huddle locked in, so he felt played. So my question to you, my good friend, is: we know Gino tripping, but how much is Gino tripping?
I don't think he tripping as much as people uh probably making it out to be. Uh he tripping about some ceremonial stuff before the game, but I'm not mad I'm not real mad about him about, how he acted after the game. Uh I mean it's to go to the national championship and you feel like things being weighed opposite your favor, six fouls in one quarter called on you, and none called on the other team. Put your shoes in, put your feet in his shoes. You the coach. You gonna be hot. You gonna be pissed. Like I put my, I'm. Of course, my initial reaction was Team Don. Go, and I heard somebody say, "Are they both from Philly?"
Yeah,
Uh,
both of them from Philly.
but Dawn was about to go real Philly. Don't look like Dawn was about to look like she was ready to throw them things. But Gino, he got a right to be pissed off. They talk about because he walked off afterwards. Man, look, in the heat of it, you get pissed off. You might do something that ain't, technically the most sportsman act ever. It's all part of competition, man. It's high stakes stuff. Like I put it like this: I would have a problem. I coach high school baseball. I would have a problem if someone acted like that, you know what I'm saying, at one of my games.
Hmm.
It's not that serious, bro. Like, what are you getting that mad for? You know? Like, nah, it ain't that serious to the point of disrespect.
Yeah.
But this is high stakes. And in the moment, you might be like, man, fuck them. Like, so you feel me? Like, I like when they be like, "Oh, LeBron walked off," or whoever walked off and then shake hands. Man, you take a L, take a L, and see how I feel when you gotta freshly chew that motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, when you wake up the next morning, you're gonna be like, "Yeah, I should have," But in the moment, man, you just lost your shot at the national championship. Man, I'll be hot. I'll be hot. I might not shake no hands neither, so I can't be mad at him. But he is tripping about some ceremonial stuff. I mean, you can't do that, especially it's him, you know what I'm saying? Like with the reputation that he got, you don't want to stain your reputation like that. People already talking about he need to retire and all this, or he might retire. Talking about he going out sad. So, he was wrong. He came out. Now, what I have a problem with is in his apology, he ain't say her name, you
Hmm.
know. Apologize to her. Say her name. She got a name. She's a grown woman. She a national championship winning coach just like you are, sir. Say her name. Apologize to her directly. Cause you wasn't really talking about her staff. You were talking about her. So,
Hmm.
my big so that's if anything, it's the apology. You know what I'm saying? Keep that same energy. You was direct, you was the real direct in that interview. Be direct in that
Yeah.
apology. So, you know.
Yeah, I think that bitch. See, it's just something with the physicality of the SEC different too. Like, man, they over there playing the Big East. Yeah, it be like that. Nigga really watching the game. Like, I mean, that's how SEC games be. It's
Yeah,
like
it's a
it's
normal SEC
that's
game.
how that's just the conference. Like that's how you got to play
Yeah.
over there. So, I can see how that's frustrating. Him walking off. I can see it from a standpoint of like, man, I don't want to go back over here and wild out again. Sometimes you
Yeah,
got
I
to
mean, it
remove
might have
yourself.
been, if I already done argue with you, why am I about to walk back over there to you? Like, you
Yeah.
know, just hey, my players gonna shake hands. I'm about to go back to the locker room.
But what made him look like he was tripping even more is the fact that he talking about Sarah Strong, one of the players from South Carolina, ripped her jersey and the refs didn't see it, but
She
she ripped
ripped
her
her
own
own
jersey.
jersey.
So it's like video evidence. So like, and then she said in the press conference, I ripped it on accident. And then he stood by after she said it, he stood by saying somebody ripped it. It's like now that compounds you're tripping. It make you look like you really just like because most people didn't see the second clip when he was
Yeah,
waiting for the
that
handshake. So
right,
now
right,
it just
right.
looked like, well, she shook your hand and your player ripped your jersey. You
He
know what I'm
really
saying?
lied about a whole lot because he tried to like insinuate like she didn't shake his hand at all before the game. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you gotta. I
So
feel like that's where the disconnect was. If he had acknowledged that, but there's another point. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, come on, Geno, bro. Yeah, I think Geno just was hot. I think Geno just was hot, bitch. I done won about 54 games in a row, bitch. I whooped your ass last year. I'm supposed to win this, bitch. My thing is, would that nigga have brought that shit up if they won? Knowing Geno, yes. Bitch still would have brought it up in a way. That nigga be tripping.
and listen, like I said, as a coach, someone that coaches organized sports, hey, my baseball team is not the best, but we do have games where we play well. And I'm gonna tell you, coaches be real cool before the game when they think they got
Mhm.
that W. But when you sneak around and beat that ass, oh, all that friendly go out the door. You
Yeah,
know, and I've seen it turn. Like I've had a coach man be so friendly, man. He offered my guys, all kind of stuff, pregame meal, everything. Like they rolled a red carpet out for us to come play them, and we snuck up and beat them. And as we beating him, his whole tone towards me just changed. Like
mhm.
the volume got louder, the sentences got shorter. And after that it was like, oh, and I'm like, everybody got like a hamburger and soda. you know he gave all the guys like one hamburger and one soda per player, but before the game it was damn near like some all you can eat. Like I was gonna have a choice of options. Like, do you want a hamburger, hot dog, or nachos? But since
Yeah,
we beat them, it was like, hey man, take these hamburgers, take this finite amount of hamburgers and this finite amount of sodas and get your ass on the bus because y'all done came and beat us. So I can understand, man. They was undefeated. They were probably going for that perfect season. They 2 games away from it. He hot. He
yeah,
hot. But I can understand. Like, here's the thing, bro. You be having people on the internet be like, oh, he tripping. You never done anything meaningful. like, 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 you know what I'm saying? Go do something meaningful and see if you don't have some emotion tied into it. If you don't, blow a gasket every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? These people get paid. Like, you don't understand why these people get paid these millions of dollars because these high pressure situations with high emotions and high stakes and money and all kinds of stuff going into it. So, yeah, man. Uh, you might turn. Hey, bro, Jesus turned the table. You gonna turn one too?
yeah. Gino, yeah, you right about the apology though. That apology was kind of
Yeah,
ass. All
apology
right.
was weak as shit, man.
So next we're gonna go into the Artemis II mission, 10-day mission to orbit the moon. First crew mission, moon mission since Apollo 17. Basically, you won't go out there. Let's make sure it's all good. We're gonna send some more niggas out here to walk out here. You know what I'm saying? But it's a space race. It's another space race. You got China landed robots and shit, and you got private companies going out there. So it's like people always want to be the first. You know how I am. you know how I am. I'm finding every reason. Man, I want they should live stream this bitch, nigga. I want to see the other side. I want a time lapse. I want so much, but I was sitting down thinking today, it's like, you know how played I feel if I was an astronaut, bro, who really out here doing this shit, and niggas back home like this shit ain't real. Y'all, you like, bro, what else you want me to do? I'm taking a picture of what I'm seeing.
My first thought was, okay, where are all the flat Earth fuckers at? Like, where y'all at? Y'all need to come watch this. Where
Oh,
y'all at?
niggas is what niggas is. That's the thing. Niggas is watching, and they still like it's
And
still
they
a
still
debate. There's
saying it's
debates
like
online.
CGI and stuff. First off, we don't
Oh
use
yeah,
CGI. We don't use CGI no more. We got AI. So I
no, that's what
mean,
they say. A lot of people testing the pictures. They taking the pictures and putting them through a what you call them, and 100% AI generated.
oh, bro,
But I
bro.
would feel. I just put myself in the shoes of the or the boots, right? The space boots of the astronaut. Like, bitch, I'm out here doing some amazing shit right now.
Okay, so uh, several things. Okay, one, I think it's cool that they are doing all of this still very much in a similar nature to how they did it with uh the original route, right? Slingshotting around Earth and then back around the moon. It's not a lot has changed. I'm pretty sure they have a lot of advancements. All right, that's the first thing. The other thing is when you listen to astronaut Glover and he gave a nice little speech, and you look at the pictures, man, like they have one particular one where they've taken where they take a picture of the Earth, and you see the Earth, this little blue dot, and then you see this blackness, right? Like that's space.
Mhm,
That's the definition of nothing. Like
mhm.
continuous, endless
Space,
nothing.
like, bro, that
Space.
shit.
And to think, in all of this space, there's this tiny little pebble that is strategically floating through space around a star at the right measurement, not too close, not too far, for life. And I'm a nerd behind space, reality and fiction. I'm a Star Wars kid, always have been, but I'm also into practical space. Like one of my favorite content creators is a brother by the name of Dr. Dakota Tyler, and he's always talking about space stuff. And he just recently made one about the flat earthers, which I thought was kind of funny. And he debunks a lot of stuff. But just to look at it, man, and to think about you are how it's two things. And I tell people this. One, when you were born, your your father ejaculated into your mother, and out of millions and millions and millions of sperm, you made it. Out of all of them, you won
Mhm,
the first race to be created. Because you think about it, if another sperm make it, you would be a whole nother person. Like,
mhm.
so that's how significant you are because you run that race. But then in the grand scheme of your life, just think you are a tiny little tick on Earth, and these what four people are out there floating in space, looking and seeing all this and thinking, "Damn, it's all them people on that little rock," and it's
Mhm.
people down there paying rent and thinking they the shit. Talk about I'm him, and you got all this other space and stuff,
Like,
right?
nah, them motherfuckers, him and her. I done seen some shit for real. Like,
Yeah. Like, and what's the cool part? I think what to sometime today, maybe right now, they're gonna lose contact with us when they go around the backside of the moon.
mhm,
They're gonna lose contact with the earth for like 41 minutes. So that's just cool to say, man. That's scary, dog. Like,
that's scary as a bitch.
just think of how scary it is to be floating in the ocean. Okay. But you probably, even if you floating on in the ocean, you probably got a small percent chance of being rescued or surviving. You probably if you could wade water, swim a little bit, float, you gonna float. But just think you out in space, man. You
Yeah.
trapped. trapped in a little capsule, just floating.
Just
Like,
float.
man, and for those of you who don't realize, like, I don't think a lot of people are cognitively equipped to understand or comprehend. We are moving through space super damn fucking fast, like super
Mm-hmm.
fast. So, you floating and the earth is pew.
Yeah, just out here. Yeah.
Like everybody on Earth is right now the people in those capsules are caught by gravitational pulls, but if they get lost out of that gravity, they float on and we keep propelling through space.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think enough people understand that. You know what I'm saying? When I actually started understanding about how the Big Bang Theory and how planets form and why is there in Earth, and the fact that the Earth is only like 3 billion years old, but the universe is 14 billion years old. So that means you got two other thirds of the universe existed before we was here, which means it could have been a whole nother Earth with humans or some
Right.
kind of life form on there, and they done wiped out, or maybe they haven't found us yet. So once you think about all that, you be like, okay, there's a God, but there's some science to this too, because like Dakota Tyler, this is what he said. There's proof of this. We can prove this. Like, I'm not just saying that the universe is 14 billion years old because someone pulled it out their ass. It's scientists from all over the world, from different countries that have studied this, and they've proven this. You can look at the Earth, and we could tell by the Earth and the atmosphere and the crust and the inner mantle and all that stuff how old the Earth is. You know, I think what's also cool is when you look at the picture of the Earth and you see the atmosphere. We would die without atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
And to see how thin that little bit of layer of
Mm-hmm.
atmosphere is, man, that shit's crazy. Climate change people, wake up. Like, I mean, if you my age, you can see climate change. Remember when we was young, we was wearing jackets in November, December. It was getting hot again by the time we was hitting February for Mardi Gras. Now, the coldest months of the year is January and February. Look at the hurricanes that intensified and all the other stuff. That global warming stuff is real. Like, people don't realize that Earth is a living, breathing thing that's moving through space, and shit can change. People don't know how the moon was formed. The moon was theoretically, they believe the moon was formed because two planets, well, another planet collided with the Earth, and the debris formed the moon. Like, people don't understand that stuff. So just them doing this is just like it's like a tip of the iceberg to what we can do and accomplish. You mentioned the private companies. I don't too much get down with these private companies because honestly, bro, when they be going to space, they be hitting the atmosphere. Like, what they doing is running sneak up the middle on their own 1 yard line and getting to the 2 yard line.
Mm-hmm.
What these people doing right now is throwing a Hail Mary and some from the one and someone catching it on the 30 on the other side of the field. Like, because like, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and all them, like, they get out there, but they get like barely to what's even considered space, and then they come back down. But
Mm-hmm.
these people, man, like, they out there. Like, you people don't understand. Like, if the earth was this big, the moon would be on the other side of my apartment complex. Like, that's how far the moon is. The moon is far. Like, that's why it
Mm-hmm.
took us another 50 damn near 60 years to get back out there. You look at the Voyager. The Voyager been in space since for 50 some years. And it's
Yeah.
only one light day away, and that's 50 some years. Go watch the movies like Interstellar and all that. You understand space and time, and it give you kind of like a illustration of it. Man, that stuff is cool though. But like I said, it's only just the beginning. Hope prayerfully they make it back. They land, and they get, that's the next big thing. It's cool to see a brother out there too. And it was
Yeah.
cool to hear him say it was cool to hear him say what he said, to put it all in perspective, about us being on Earth. And you have to just appreciate how cool Earth is, because it's in the Goldilocks zone. It's like the perfect place just close enough to the sun, not too far away, atmosphere, water, oxygen, everything. It's just the perfect amount of chaos for us to breathe and exist. So, you know,
Mhm.
uh, nerd moment there,
Nah, that shit is fire. I ain't gonna lie. That shit fire. It's a couple things looking at I want to say like one of the first pictures that I saw, and you see everything. It's like what we would picture is flipped in the picture for us what we would picture. It's like why it's like bro, it's clearly it's a different angle, but like bro, just enjoy the moment, my nigga. Like, and I'm a conspiracy theorist, so for me to say enjoy the moment is like, bro, like you know what I'm saying. But two things looking at Earth was I found like ultra like fire. And I know we've been had these shots like they compare it to the shot in '72, but bro, I really like seeing like a perspective of how large Africa really is.
Mm. It really takes up a whole side of the earth.
Like, bro, stop. Africa big as a bitch. You feel me?
I
And then the
mean,
other thing,
you can fit everywhere else in Africa.
bro, that mud Africa is huge. And then the other part, Gutter, it's like a obvious, but it's still a realization looking at Earth from that viewpoint. It's like, bitch, this bitch full of water.
Mm.
Full of
Well,
water.
well, here's the thing. In ratio and perspective, it looked like it, but the water's not really that deep.
Yeah,
So like the earth is like 1%. Water covers 70% of the earth. But as far as mass, it's only like 1%.
yeah,
That water not that deep in comparison to how big the earth is.
yeah. Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So like to think about, damn, that's how big it is. Like uh it would the water is as deep in comparison to like a quarter. Like, so that's just how massive it is. That's just how small we are. Like,
Hmm.
what I think is cool is looking at it and then being like, damn, that shit do kind of look like on like a textbook. Like seeing Africa, seeing the Sahara brown,
Hmm.
getting to around the Congo and Central Africa green, and back to tip back, around the equator. Like, I think that's cool to say, okay, you can zoom out so far and you're gonna get this color perspective depending on what, like, damn the houses, damn the streets, the roads.
Yeah.
You're gonna get what the earth really look like, right? So um like I said, I think it's all about perspective. I think it's cool, the phenomenon of being an astronaut and getting to experience that. I think is cool. So, I know I hate how I feel to ride on a roller coaster. I don't like to ride with people who drive too fast. You get that separated feeling in your stomach. Getting on a plane. I hate them when they go up and when they
Wow.
go down.
Flying
Like,
with turbulence is crazy. So, man, what these people going through, nah,
man, man, you sitting on, man. And then my thing is, you know, I know you call yourself you are more conspiracy theorist than me, but you've been rubbed off on me a little bit in the last couple of years because some shit. Nah, I be side eyeing. But we are not that. We're not really conspiracy theorists compared to a lot of people. My thing is, we all watched this rocket go up. If they were to fake this in this day and age, it's just not possible. It would get out. Like,
yeah.
there would be more proof other than people just looking or putting it in something in this. And then, come on, bro. No, this is
But
real.
it's like it get to a point of like, bro, it's 2026. We should have the technology to do this, man. Niggas giving their life to this shit.
We
Like,
knew how to do it hundreds of years ago. We just need.
that's what I'm saying. So why is it not? Why would it be realistic? You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I think
so,
it's such a big. It's really what people sleep on. It's such a big thing. Like you said, like people can't
but
wrap
it's
their
really
mind
not.
around it,
It's really
man.
not. Like, once you understand, for the people who fell asleep in science, you understand how much forces are. You know how much gravity is. Then you learn how fast you gotta go to counteract gravity. All right, that's how you get planes off the ground. With pressure underneath the wing, the lift, and all that. So with a rocket, it's the same thing. To go straight up, you just get so much force that you keep going up, 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 up. Why does the earth never collide into the sun? You know, because the sun is moving, but we just telling it. And we keep going around. Like once you understand some of this simple stuff, some of this doesn't become so okay. They got to be making it up. All right, it's like okay, yeah, it's if you understand that the Big Bang was because of hydrogen and gases and helium or whatever, and all that shit coming together and then exploding and then chaos and then man, look, it's math and it's science. This is why they teach it to us. Like most people just don't take the time. It's like politics. People make up shit with politics because they don't take the time to just sit down and learn how it actually works. Now, once you do, you can decipher bullshit from real shit. like,
Mhm.
and you can even know when the people who should be telling you the truth not. Right? I mean, it happens more often in politics, but you should believe science. They don't have, most of the time, they don't have nothing to lie about, especially if it's astrophysicists. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson has no reason to tell us, like he said, he's like, I have no reason to lie. My whole thing is to figure out what we don't understand. So whatever I come up with is the truth. Like, and if I come up with it, and some way, somebody way across the earth without me talking to them, they come up with it, then it must be the truth. That's how science works. I test it out, you test it out, they test it out, we all test it out. If we all come up with the same answer, then that's the truth.
Mhm.
Like, so, but flat earthers, where you at? I definitely want to see some rebuttals on this one. I want to see some people comment. Please tell me how you think the earth is still flat, or that we can't go to the moon, or that we can't go to outer space in general. Like you're witnessing it in time. Like just how we grew up and we learned about Neil Armstrong and this shit was in textbooks. This is gonna be in their textbook. Like,
Yeah.
and then we gonna be 80 years old talking about how what we was doing, and hey, your granddaddy, we did a show about this back in the day when they first did it. So, we watching history in the making, but like you said, you're gonna have people that's gonna watch it, bro, and just be like, they gonna call bullshit, but then they ain't gonna be able to tell you how. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what I'm gonna make sure I watch the stream tomorrow on Netflix though. Cause I just want to see. I got to see shit. I got to. Cause that was my thing. I was talking shit earlier. I was like, man, I say fuck all that. Nigga ain't streaming nothing. Then next thing, I Stone. I was like, yeah, Netflix. This one
Wait,
I need to
what they
see.
streaming them coming back?
No, going to orbit in the moon.
Oh, they streaming on. Ooh, see,
Yeah,
hey, there you go for your ass. Nah,
yeah. So that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be real dope. All right.
yeah. What time that come on?
Should be 12 o'clock our time. I think it said 1 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so it's gonna be middle of the day. All right, cool, bet.
Mhm. All right, so hold on. North America, 10 Pacific. Yeah, 12 Central. Yep. Um, all right, so we got the baby versus the fan.
The
So
fan.
after one of his shows, a fan approached the baby with a picture that he painted of the baby's two of the baby's daughters. And the baby kind of looked at that bitch like looked at the picture and kind of, brushed him off, went about his way. Facing some backlash on the internet, people feeling like, the baby wrong. The baby gave his explanation. And you know, where you stand on this issue?
Okay, so I'm gonna try to look as always. I'm trying to look at things from multiple perspectives. One, is the dude really an artist? I'm gonna assume that he's really an artist.
He's really an artist. He's
I'm
been doing
also
that.
I'm gonna assume he really artist because my second thing was the painting or drawing or whatever. Was the work good work?
Hmm.
It was pretty good to me.
Hmm.
I don't see a problem. Like I don't see a problem. Like I would I would have took it and put it up in my house. Like it would have been weird if someone who don't draws a picture of your children. That's weird. But if you're an artist, if you're a painter and you draw a picture of my kids and it looks like he's trying to give it to him, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, obviously, it's a picture of his daughters that's probably on the internet or something. Now, I ain't saying that that's right. I mean, flip side, if that's how he feel, that's how that man feel. I mean, so he got a right to feel that way. I don't think he's wrong for, if he feel that is weird, it's weird. That man's weird. That's his daughters. That's his
Yeah.
perspective.
Now
He got a right.
Charleston come out, Charleston White come out. He know the guy. Like I think the guy from Dallas and the guy that did work for Charleston White. Charleston White was showing the work, so he going off on the baby, calling him names and saying dude is a real painter. This is my thing. When I heard the baby explain his stance on it, I kind of feel him. I can feel why somebody would feel like that. Now, would I have taken it? I
What
don't
he
know.
said, franchise?
He basically like, it's kind of weird that you paint a picture of my daughters to kind of sum it up. And
Okay,
I
yeah, all right.
and I feel that. See, Charleston saying he giving you a gift. Well, dog, if we want to build a relationship, paint me first. And then we
Yeah.
could probably do more work and then I did some of your daughters. Cause think about it. The baby made me think about it like this. It's like, my nigga, so how long are you looking at my daughter to paint her? People be weird. I don't know you that
I mean, yeah, bro. And
I don't know
listen, in
you.
this day and age, that's why I say he got a right to feel that way because, like I said, is dude a real painter? All right, if he a real painter, then yeah. But even with me saying that, I'm still like, why did you choose to paint my children first?
Why you ain't do me first?
Don't he got a son?
He got a son too, yeah.
Why he ain't paint my son too?
Yeah, you could look at it like that.
See what I'm
Like, and
saying?
people,
Yeah.
when people be real, man, if you don't know someone, it's like, bro, you don't know. People be
Because
creeped
if
out
I'm
talking
an
about all
artist,
that.
bro, I'm not painting another man's kids unless he requested me. I'm gonna be honest.
No, I'm gonna
Like,
give him first. If I'm that fanned out, I can't even be that
like,
fanned out to
like
do something like that, but I respect it. You see what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
like in this day and age, you have to be that conscious that okay, if I do this, it can be taken wrong.
I think, excuse me, I think it's gonna help old boy out though.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know how the internet work. You know how the internet work. They about to support that man.
Not only support, but him being aware, like, damn, should I pay a nigga kids? Somebody might not fuck with that. They might have people who don't look at it like just as a pure showing of my
Yeah, I mean,
fandom.
you got people that man, it's a lot of people that's super overprotective of their kids. They don't post their kids on the internet.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Uh I've had people say stuff about Jace, and it'll catch me off guard, and I'll be like, oh man, they know that from Facebook. And I'll be like, how the fuck you know? And I'll be like, man, wait, why did you bring that up?
Yes. Yes.
Like, I'll be like,
Yes.
oh man, they seen that on Facebook. I'm like, all right.
And even though you put it out there, we put it out there, it's still a little,
Like, why is that etched in your memory remind me of that? Like,
right.
you paying too much attention.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because I am wary of, saying like where he go to school or some shit like that. I mean, he's older now, he's 12, so I'd be like, hey man, look, somebody try to come get you, better kick him in the nuts or something, scream, yeah, do something. But
Yeah.
when he was younger and he might just walk off with anybody, I didn't never post where he went to school or what daycare he was at. Like you gotta be careful of that type of stuff. Uh, you know, people be stalking and stalk your kids, and so, I just, and it's easy for anybody to say until you actually in that position where you a real public figure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you just gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. I just think some people on the internet is weirdos because they be trying to protect their kids and don't nobody give a shit about them or their kids. You ain't no celebrity. Like stop. Like we don't like. First off, most babies are ugly when they first come out. They all look like little aliens. Stop covering the
Mhm.
baby face. He not gonna even look like that in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like we don't
Yeah.
care what the
Just
newborn.
don't post the baby, bro. Like just
Just
wait till the
don't post the
baby.
baby, bro. You gonna
Yeah.
post a little wrinkled up, little shriveled body of the 2-day-old baby and won't cover his. his temporary face up that he not even about to have. Like once he get a
Man,
couple bottles in him, like baby gonna blow up. So like man, get out of here with all that. But like for a celebrity, yeah, man, because then people walk in there and try to steal your goddamn kid. Uh,
yep.
you know, so yeah, I mean, he got it right. I don't have a problem with him, and he didn't like just disrespect him. He just kept it moving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't even say nothing. He's just like, all right,
You know, shit. Cup 10, 15 years ago, nigga might have took that bitch and smashed it. He knew better. He knew better. Like you could tell, like the baby processed that whole situation so fast. He like, don't respond, keep it moving. Don't respond, keep it moving. Don't respond, keep it moving. Because if he do something, boy, you about to get canceled again.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so you know, he actually did very well. So you know, hey, hand clap for Mr. Kirk, Jonathan Kirk. You know, you did well, my boy. You didn't respond. Hey, in a moment where it probably made you very, because that'll catch you, bro. That kind of catch you off guard too, bro. Think about it.
yes, bro. That can be
Just think of
weird.
somebody. Just think you at work. Somebody pop up to your job with a big ass picture of your kids. Talk
I'm gonna
about
be like,
I made
whoa.
this for you, man. What? Who
I'm.
the fuck?
I don't. You know, it's gonna be a weird feeling because the initial feeling ain't not gonna be flattering. It's like, bro, why are you looking at my daughter alone the painter?
Weird
What
ass.
are you doing? Weird ass nigga, lame ass nigga. Like they say in
Lame
Atlanta.
man, nigga.
Fuck, like lame ass nigga. What the fuck wrong
Yeah,
with you?
man.
Paint my
Nah,
daughter.
dog. Don't do that. Like,
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Just
don't
go
do
with
it.
the person first, bro. Cause
Yeah,
I
man.
mean,
You should
dude,
have
I
made a
like it.
five. Just make you should have just made a five picture of him, you know, and then went from there, or
And went
put
from
him
there.
in the picture with his daughters or something like, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't just be the girls, bro.
Yeah, man. Can't and then yeah, gonna exclude the boys of the group. Like, yeah, just you know, not saying that he has anything intentional like that, but you just got to think about the optics in
You
this
gotta
day
think.
and
I
age.
don't know you. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know what you. I don't know. I don't know you got you a reputable guy. I don't know. Nigga, they got buku people who not painters who talented. They could have put. I don't know you, bro. Like, come on,
Right,
man. They gotta relax, man. They
right.
gotta relax.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna wrap this up with I saw a clip from the well, one, I've been on Kanye album, but I saw the two shows at in LA at SoFi, and I'm like, I've been listening to some Ye. I'm like, Ye really Ye really like that with that shit. And I saw a clip from the Joe Budden podcast where they just kind of matter of factly was just saying like that Ye couldn't beat Hove in the verses. And I'm
Man,
like,
they would let Joe Budden and them would let Hove teabag him if he wanted to.
I'm
You know what I
like,
mean?
I'm like, it's kind of crazy that they was kind of, especially Joe was being that dismissive. I think Kanye would fucking cook Jay-Z in the verses.
He would flush Jay-Z. I don't give a damn what nobody says. He would flush Jay-Z.
Kanye would flush Jay-Z in the verses. Like Kanye got that soulful. His music got so much soul in it, and
Bruh,
he's so
like
creative.
y'all, like okay, we gonna get some nice lyrics and some bars from Jay Z, but you about to get melodies, hooks, choruses, symphonics, orchestras,
I'm trying
classics.
to.
Like,
I'm trying to think. I know Hard Knock Life probably still ring for Jay. Stuff like Dirt Off My Shoulder couldn't go. And I'm not
nah,
acting like he
man.
ain't got hits. That New Yorker ring. And I'm probably missing. I'm probably forgetting that people gonna be like this, and that. But Kanye off the top, you know, Gold Digger gonna ring. You know, Jesus Walks would ring. You know,
Jesus
All
Walk,
Falls Down will ring.
all
Heartless will
falls
ring.
down,
Flashing Lights will ring.
flashing lights. What's the
What?
one with T-Pain?
The Good Life will
The Good
ring.
Life,
Power would ring.
Power. What
What do we?
what's the one with Jeezy
I
in the
put
store?
on will
I
ring.
put on.
Can't tell me nothing.
Can't
Ringing
tell
up.
me nothing.
We, you see
Say,
that?
bro. Say, bro. This man showed you, just like Freddie Gibbs said, this man showed you can cancel this man. His music so good, he just go away, come back with some music.
To come back with some music.
And
He gave people the blueprint.
make you forget that he was out here going at Jews with swastikas and all type of shit that no one
Mm-hmm.
else on earth could get away with but him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he gonna make Like, what's the song he got on the radio now? Preacher Man, like that. I love that song. Like, man,
Mhm.
this man makes great fucking music. Like, he is on another level. And you know what? When you do something that well, we already know now you gonna be a little fucking crazy. Like, so we just gonna deal with it. We gonna
Yeah,
deal with it. We gonna deal with it. I mean,
yeah.
hey, Michael Jackson turned himself into an Asian woman. Kanye
Mhm.
loves swastikas. Like, it's just stuff just not gonna always add up. Prince ain't have no name for like 20 years. So I mean, like,
Nah,
you give us greatness, you gonna be a little bit off your rocker. Like, it just is what it is. Like, the man is a genius. Like, he can
do
go
you
in there by himself, do the beat, all that, the production, all that by himself. Jay-Z can't do that.
Yeah.
Jay-Z can't go in the studio by himself, record himself, and then make the whole song by himself. He can't do that. And
And I
and,
think
and
and they were having the discussion on like, well, if you include Kanye production, I think you could take the production out of it
you can
just
take
on the
production
song,
away.
just on the songs performed by him. Like, nah, man. Do you? Let me
Jay
ask you this.
made hard, he had hard lyrics and bars, but it was kind of street oriented.
Hmm.
Kanye talking on a whole nother, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why to me, I would put Wayne above Jay-Z because Wayne to me has some bars that I don't think Jay would have went to. It's also different, but it's a little apples and oranges with that comparison with Jay and Wayne. But and it also is, I also you gotta acknowledge that even Wayne says that Jay is his predecessor. So, tip your hat to that. But Kanye in a whole nother if they apples and oranges, Kanye a egg. Like, Kanye a whole nother something else. Like, an
do
apple and an
you
orange can't turn to no chicken.
do you think anybody, I'm talking like hip hop kind of, that era, do you think area, do you think anybody could beat Kanye in a verse? I think him and Drizzy will be close, but I think he still got anthems
Yeah.
bigger than Drizzy.
Uh uh Probably Drake. That's all you got. You ain't gonna find nobody else that just got, you know, songs that just even the people that hate him know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
even people that don't like Kanye know these songs.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Even the
yeah,
people that don't like Drake know his music, goddamn it. You know the word to the song,
yeah.
you know. And that boy flexed his power at that. He cut me in the night of it. And he
Ghost
said it,
story ever told.
80,000 people in unison singing my shit that I
And they
done
say I'd
made,
never be back in the
that I
States.
made 20, that I never come back to the States. They say I never come back to the States again. So, and I made it, and this song old.
Yeah.
It's an old song. Probably older than some of these people in here that's singing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, Michael Jordan, Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell, like, because we like to compare music and athletes. They didn't last. Their greatness cannot last time. What I mean by that is time is going to diminish their greatness. As an example of, if you ask my son, now Jace don't count because he be really looking at history and stuff. But ask a 12-year-old who better, LeBron or Michael Jordan, and what they probably gonna say. LeBron. They know LeBron. They grew up on LeBron. Like, and I don't have a problem with no one saying that. If you ask somebody, who is 80 right now, who's the greatest, they'll probably say Michael Jordan is the greatest they ever seen. Or they may take it back to remember Will Chamberlain or something like that. You know what I'm saying? When they was a kid. But time diminishes. Time, it worked the same with rap, with music. You know, such and such may say Michael Jackson was the greatest ever, but then you might got some kids now that say, well, Chris Brown better than Michael Jackson. And if they say that, that's because that's what they saw. They grew up
Mhm.
on Chris Brown, not Michael Jackson. And even if you showed them Michael Jackson, they saw Chris Brown first. And so that's in their head who that's they go, right? Kanye really might withstand the test of time. That's because he really carved out his own lane. Like
Mhm.
it's incomparable. Like you can only compare him with him.
Yeah.
like, like, you know what I'm saying? Wayne kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I like Wayne answer when they asked him about the verses. He was like, "Oh, you have to do mixtape Weezy against Lil Wayne." I like that. That's right. Like, because first off, if you got that kind of fan base, it's pointless. If you really got like a beehive, if you really got like the barbs, like nigga got the barbs, or Cardi B got, Cardi B got done reached that, she didn't reach that point where she got her fan base. Wayne got his, who else? Somebody Zero. Like, I like Sauce Walker did an interview and he called Zero the greatest rapper out of Texas. And his logic was Zero 50 years old and still get 25, $30,000 for a show.
Mm.
He was like, Scarface can't get 25 for a show. He was like, Bun B do one concert a year for the rodeo. That's it. He was
Mhm.
like, and if you look, on the road, cause every week he was just right up here in Texarkana. I thought about going. He was down here in Mansfield last year. Roe be on the road and Roe getting paid. Like, so Roe Zero has carved his own lane to withstand the test of time. He got Rowheads, the Rowhead group, like on Facebook. Man, it's like 100,000s of people in there, and you can't come in there and say nothing bad about this man. They gonna decapitate you in that group. They gonna really push you. They gonna bully you up out of there.
Yeah.
Like, so I think it's certain artists, Wayne, Zero, and of course, like your Beyonce's, your Rihanna's, they just they're incomparable. Like, Jay-Z's obviously one. Like Jay-Z's definitely one. But back to the original, I think Kanye beat Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I'm the wrong
Well,
person to ask for that too, because I think Wayne beat Jay-Z. So shit, I think Boosie will beat Jay-Z. So women, women. I mean, I'm not a big Jay-Z fan, so uh, you know, like I said,
yeah.
don't nobody beat Stephen Wonder. No one beats Stephen Wonder in the verses. That's what I'm saying.
Hi, y'all let us know what y'all think about today's topic. Shit Talking Sunday with the bros. Make sure you comment and subscribe on your way out. Gutter, what you got for us, babe?
Man, we ain't been here a while, checking back in. Life been kind of lifing for me and my brother. I already know that, but it has not changed. Understand this. Beauty is on the skin deep. But if you think the earth is flat, you retarded.
Shit Talking Sunday, we out.